Hello friends, this is Fox Nival Studios. What if today we are here with new chapter. What if Naruto was the strongest Kakashi? Before starting story, please subscribe our channel. Story starts. Silver white long hair, black cloth mask, Konoha headband at his left eye. Is this Hatake Kakashi? During the night, a thin teenager was shocked when he looks at the mirror. What happened? How did I become Kakashi? With the shocked face, the boy muttered. After a while, a burst of memory came up, that make the boy groan and then he faint. Only after the while the boy woke up. The boy shook his head that still hurting a bit, then climbed up and sat down on the floor. Look at all around the obvious Japanese-style bedroom. The boy's corner of the mouth could not help but flash a bitter smile. Look at the window outside, a little boy sighed. The attack of Kyuubi. The death of Yondaime. And then there is the death of his last teammate, Obito and Rin. This is Naruto world, and he became Hatake Kakashi, the man with a lot of tragedy in his life. After losing his father for the first time, he lost his best friend Obito, and then he also killed his friend, Rin. Today, he lost his teacher, Minato. Perhaps it is the huge fluctuations in emotions that make this soul from Earth occupy Kakashi's body. But Kakashi's soul didn't dissipate, but it was merged with this soul from Earth, and it was because of this thing the boy faint at the first time. Kakashi licked the silver white hair, and looked at himself in the mirror, sighing in a sigh of relief, saying, "At least I'm okay now." It was midnight, and it was the first night after the Kyuubi attack. The entire Konoha was silent, and both the villagers and the shinobi were too tired. In addition to the necessary precautions, others have already entered a dream. Tomorrow is the funeral of the deceased, including the youngest Hokage in Konoha history, also the teacher of Kakashi, Namikaze Minato. Perhaps it is influenced by Kakashi's residual consciousness, and the boy feels very depressed. After sighing for a bit, the young boy stood up and walked to his bed, sitting on it. The boy's eyes have some confusion in it. Konoha ninja. Kakashi of the Sharingan. Perhaps in the early days, Kakashi's power is not bad. But in the later period, especially in the Fourth Great Ninja War, Kakashi played a smaller and smaller role. Except for fighting with Obito, the rest of thing he didn't do anything worthwhile. In the end, he can only help after he got another Sharingan from Obito. Moreover, Kakashi has also died once, after exhausting his chakra in the fight against Pain. If not because of Naruto convincing Nagato to believing in him and use outer path, samsara of heavenly life technique, Kakashi won't be alive. But Kakashi is a character called genius. At the age of 12 he become a Jonin, and make the record of youngest Jonin of Konoha. But after that, he didn't get any good achievement. How did it become like this? Some people say that Kakashi's growth became so slow after Yondaime's death that he couldn't keep up with the main character in the later stages. When Yondaime died, Kakashi was only 13 or 14 years old. It was the best period of time to get power growth of shinobi like him. After remember how much Naruto and Sasuke powers at 13 to 16 years old. How terrifying is the growth of their power. They become very strong, get to cage level, and finally beyond cage level, became the strongest people in the Naruto world. It can be seen that Kakashi wasn't working hard himself when it's the best time for his growth because of the death of the people around him, so that when he tried to work hard, it was too late, although there was progress, but there was no great leap in his strength. When Kakashi thought of it, he sorted out his thoughts. He looks kind of skinny, but his body actually full of explosive power. Kakashi knows that this world is very dangerous, so he must work hard to survive. Fortunately, he doesn't need to start training from scratch. Original Kakashi's body quality and ninjutsu are all there. As long as he is familiar with the body, he would have enough strength for now. The strength of a Jonin. Kakashi is now just 14 years old. Naruto was just born, so he still got 12 years until the beginning of the plot, and 17 years from the final battle against Kaguya. Kakashi clenched his fist, secretly thought, 17 years, although the time is still very long, but I still have to hurry. The Kakashi strength of originally is still very good. No matter the taijutsu, genjutsu, and ninjutsu are excellent, plus the excellent mind, it can be said that he is a very talented character. Kakashi is best known for his Sharingan, which claims to be able to copy every enemy jutsu. Many people think that Kakashi is strong because of the Sharingan. In fact, this is actually not true. It is true that Kakashi with Sharingan has made great achievements, But on the other hand, Sharingan also limits the growth of Kakashi. Kakashi is genius, his talent is outstanding, if it is not the constraints of Sharingan, and maybe he can grow to stronger. Some people say that Kakashi has low chakra reserve. He always say that he almost out of chakra every time. But is Kakashi's chakra reserve really low? Actually, Kakashi's chakra reserve is quite a lot, and the reason why he always almost out of chakra is because of Sharingan. Kakashi, who is not an Uchiha family, has a large limitation on using Sharingan. One is that Sharingan cannot be closed, causing it to consume chakra all the time. Second, when using Sharingan, his chakra's consumption is intensified, and even when overused, it also damaging to his own body. That's why Kakashi faints when he often runs out of chakra. If Kakashi do not have Sharingan, his total amount of chakra reserve maybe is able to match Sandaime Hokage chakra reserve. This is not without basis. In the official data, chakra reserve of Sandaime Hokage and Kakashi are the same. Therefore, Kakashi's total amount of chakra is huge. It can be seen how serious the Sharingan restrictions on Kakashi's chakra. Therefore, in order to develop Kakashi's strength, he need to remove the restrictions of Sharingan, and the other is to increase the amount of his chakra. Kakashi caressed his left eye and was able to feel the heat in his eyes. Kakashi can feel that Sharingan is slowly consuming his own chakra, although not much, but it is consumed all the time. Kakashi opened his forehead protector and saw a scar from slashing knife running through the eyelids. The eyes were a scarlet, and the black three tomo slowly rotated. This is Sharingan, known as the one of three great dojutsu in Naruto world. This eye can only used perfectly by an Uchiha, and for others they will get some side effect. Kakashi is easily exhausted. Danzo used a bunch of Sharingan at his body. He only able to use it for Izanami, and he need Hashirama cell to be able to use that much Sharingan. The more powerful something is, the more people need something to control it. In the morning, the first sun shines on the window in Kakashi's house, and the pale-looking boy stands quietly. Kakashi, who had not slept overnight, put on black clothes, tied the forehead protector on his head, and went out. At the ruined street of Konoha village, people walking, everyone wearing a black cloth, holding white flowers for the memorial. The shine of sunlight made Kakashi somewhat uncomfortable, his silvery eyebrows wrinkled, and he still not accustomed to using only one eye. Coupled with the tiredness of not sleeping all night, Kakashi suddenly felt dizzy and his body was shaking. "Kakashi, what's wrong with you?" At this time, a man's hands held the almost fainting Kakashi, and the rough voice came. Kakashi looked back and saw a bowl-style cut hair appearing in front of his teen. In front of him is wearing green tight clothes, with bowl-style cut hair, thick eyebrows, and the identity of the person in front of his eyes is Might Guy. "Ah, Guy, I'm fine," Kakashi said, breaking free of Guy's hand and standing straight. Guy frowned, said, "Kakashi, your face looks very bad." "Ah, it's okay. I'm just a little tired." Guy sighed and said, "Kakashi, my eternal rival, let's race to see who get to the funeral scene first." Kakashi glanced at Guy and said, "Sorry, Guy, I don't want a match today." "Kakashi, let's feel the youth," Guy said with burst of flame in his eyes. Kakashi smiled and said, "Guy, I am fine. Today's youth, let's put it down. For the time being we should walk to the funeral." Guy just smiled and said, "Well Kakashi, you don't seem to bring some white flowers." Kakashi just remembered that he really did not prepare it. Guy took 2 white flowers from behind and handed it to Kakashi. "Take it, I know you will forget to prepare." Kakashi took it and his heart was warm. The two of them chatted while walking, and soon came to the funeral. In the middle of the funeral, there is a photo. On the photo, a gentle man is laughing, with golden hair, like a sun. This is the Yondaime Hokage in the village of Konoha, the fastest shinobi that got the nickname, Yellow Flash, that makes the enemy stunned. The youngest genius Hokage in history has now become history. Kakashi was feeling sad for a while. Guy on the side said at this time, "Kakashi, Yondaime-sama guarded the village with his own lives, he is a great hero." "Yeah, that's right, Kakashi, one day, I want to die like a hero." Kakashi turned his head and looked at this funny man. At this moment, his face was not as stupid as usual, but a serious and solemnity he had never seen before. "Guy, I hope that you can always be safe, not to die like this." "Kakashi, you know that shinobi doesn't have long age." "Ah, But I hope that you don't die in front of me. If you want to sacrifice yourself like a hero, please die after me. I don't want to attend your funeral. Kakashi, you." At this time, an elderly old man came over and said, "Kakashi, Guy." Kakashi and Guy Dark said, "Sandame-sama." Wearing the Hokage robe, he is Sandame Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Sandame. Kakashi, you have become a little different. Kakashi just stay silent. Sandame sighed and said, "As long as there are leaves flying, the fire will burn. The shadow of the fire will shine on the village, and let the new leaves sprout. When you want to protect the most treasured people, then shinobi real strength will show up. Kakashi, do you understand?" "I understand, but I don't want people I cherish to die in front of me, especially to protect me." "Then you need to be strong, and strong enough to protect everything. Use your heart to cherish your companions and your power to protect them." Kakashi glanced, and then seriously said, "I will, Sandame-sama." Sandame nodded, then said, "Go, it's time to go." "Okay, Guy, let's go." Kakashi finished, and then went into the cemetery. "Oh, Kakashi, wait for me." Guy reacted and followed Kakashi to the cemetery. The funeral lasted for one day, and in the evening, Kakashi dragged his tired body back to his home. Kakashi also lives in the house of the Hatake clan, where his father Konoha White Fang was living, and has not moved out. After losing his father, the home became a little empty. Lying in the bed at home, Kakashi touched the left eye. Sharingan's warmth has not stopped. Kakashi just feeling helpless, then secretly thought, "This Sharingan consumes stamina and chakra all the time. No wonder the original Kakashi can't stand the long-term battle. Is there any way to solve this problem? Kakashi in original work never solve it. A large part of the reason is that Sharingan has the will of Obito and he can't just remove it. But now that I am leading, naturally I can't leave such a constraint." Kakashi touched his chin and thought about it. Suddenly, his eyes lit up. "Maybe sealing it when I don't have to use Sharingan will solve the problem. But sealing? It seems that there is no such thing in Kakashi's memory. If Minato-sensei is still there, I can ask him, but now." Kakashi sighed, but feel that nothing could be done about it. Although seals are hard to find, Kakashi still has a way to get it. First of all, although the Hatake clan only got Kakashi now, the inheritance of the family is still there. There must be a lot of thing there. Although he doesn't knows if there is anything about seals in there. There's still Minato's wife, Uzumaki Kushina's knowledge of seal. There is no one in the village that be able to beat her knowledge about seal. Minato knowledge about seal must be from her too. Although Minato and Kushina are now dead, but on Kakashi's last birthday, Kushina had sent a roll of seal to Kakashi, but Kakashi didn't have much interest in seals at the time, so he haven't seen it yet. Finally, with Sandame Hokage's help on Kakashi, the seal may be a bit of a hassle, but there must be 1 or 2 seals that are enough to seal Sharingan. I believe that the Sandame are willing to help, but it is kind of troublesome. After all, in order to keep Sharingan, Minato-sensei and Sandame need to help him from the pressure of Uchiha clan. For now, let's take a look at the scroll that Kushina-san and father left behind to see if there is any suitable seal. Kakashi secretly thought. First he takes a look at the scroll that Kushina gave. After a while Kakashi sighed a relief and said, "This seal is really complicated. If there is no foundation knowledge, I am afraid that I won't be able to understand anything about seals." Unfortunately, the scroll given by Kushina-san is just the foundation knowledge of the seal. There are also some practical seals. Although it is very rare, there is no seal that is able to seal Sharingan. Kakashi thought for a moment, then said, "It seems that there is no suitable seal in this scroll, so I can only see if there is any suitable seal in the scroll left by father." Kakashi then go to backyard and after that go to his father room. This place is his father's study room, at the same time as also the secret room of Hatake clan home. He got to the underground room of his Hatake clan home. Under the dim light, there are four tiles with name on it, and the last one is Kakashi's father, Sakumo, known as Konoha White Fang, that is called stronger than even the legendary Sannin. Next to that is the place where all of ninjutsu that Hatake clan collected stored. Kakashi bowed respectfully to the tile, and then he walked to the side wall next to him. Kneeling down, Kakashi used a hand seal and said, "Kai." There is a big hole in the originally flattened area, with ladder to go inside. Kakashi not surprised by this. In the memory of the original, This is the storage room of his Hatake clan. Kakashi without the slightest hesitation then go there. After he got inside, he light one of the lamp, and what he see is a row of bookcases with thousands of scrolls. It's really a lot. The Hatake clan really has some background. It's a shame there is no other clansman, otherwise the clan will be a great clan of Konoha. But still, when his father still alive, the people of other clan respect the Hatake clan. However, after the death of his father, even after Kakashi become a Jonin, he's still not old enough and his clan reputation become smaller. Looking at it, most of them are 5 elements, among which lightning style ninjutsu is the most. After all of Hatake clan member have affinity with lighting. In a small corner, a few scrolls were placed alone, and Kakashi see it, and then take it. The side of the scroll was written with the Hatake sword technique. Sword technique. This is the famous technique of his father. Kakashi then opened the scroll to look at it. The Hatake sword technique is not just a simple taijutsu, but actually a taijutsu with lighting release. Kakashi flipped through scroll, but the original body had also read it many times. After getting the Sharingan, the original gave up the sword technique and didn't continue to practice it. The reason is very simple. Hatake sword technique if trained to later stage will require huge chakra consumption to make it strong. It is also easy to break the mountain if trained. But because of Sharingan, Kakashi's chakra reserve was not only restricted, but even the growing speed became extremely slow. Right now actually is the best time for Kakashi to develop and his chakra reserve should be growing fast too. But because of Sharingan, the speed of this growth have become very slow. Kakashi looked through the scroll carefully. After that he smiled and said, "How can I not learn this formidable taijutsu?" Kakashi clenched his fist and his mind was more determined to find the seal of Sharingan. Kakashi wants to seal his Sharingan, but he does not to completely seal it, but to lift its restrictions of using chakra anytime. It is almost 2 years after he gets Sharingan. Kakashi has been very skilled in using his 3 Tomos Sharingan. Only his Mangekyo Sharingan left. Although Kakashi has opened his eyes at the same time as Obito. But Kakashi's spiritual energy is still not strong enough to use it. He has already knows about it when his memory merged with the original. The fusion of the 2 souls is not yet complete. When it is truly fully integrated, Kakashi's spiritual energy will grow at least twice. At the same time, he would be able to use Mangekyo, but the side effects of this still make Kakashi somewhat discouraged. All in all, Sharingan can be used as a trump card, but he can't be too dependent on it. The first thing to do is to seal the Sharingan, so that his strength will be able to grow by a large margin. At that time, maybe he can perfectly control the Sharingan. In fact, in Kakashi's mind, there is still the idea of evolution of Sharingan. Mangekyo Sharingan is still not enough, it will also affect his vision, and can only be used sparingly. The next step of Mangekyo is the eternal Mangekyo, but it needs the brother's eye, or a close relative to succeed, at least in the original work. In this regard, Kakashi does not think so. Eternal Mangekyo using brother's eye or close relative is one of the ways, but it doesn't mean the only way. In Kakashi's view, a Sharingan can't complete its evolution because spiritual energy of the user is not enough. When the using brother's eye, their spiritual energy merges so their power increase. It is the reason why its evolution is completed. This is why it is necessary to have between brothers or close relatives, because only the spiritual energy between close relatives can be merged. Kakashi doesn't need it because now with the fusion of the 2 souls, Kakashi will have a huge amount of spiritual energy. Also right now, Kakashi only needs to train his Sharingan, which is much less demanding in consuming spiritual energy. Therefore, as long as Kakashi's spiritual force is strong enough, the eternal Mangekyo may not be impossible. Of course, it is just his hypothesis and it still needs to be explored slowly to uncover the truth. As for the last evolution, Rinnegan, Kakashi can only hope to use Senjutsu to create it. As a member of Konoha, Kakashi is naturally unable to steal the Hashirama's cell. But if he got caught stealing it, he will be labeled as traitor. There's no way he wanted that. At least, it is too dangerous right now because he does not have absolute strength. Rinnegan is the Eye of Sage, Sennin. A combination of Sharingan and Sage, Sennin. Which means that it is possible to have Sharingan and Senjutsu. As long as he develops Senjutsu to a certain extent maybe it's possible. Kakashi doesn't know if this will succeed or not, but it's really worth a try. Even if you don't succeed, learning senjutsu is a good improvement for his own strength. As for where to learn, maybe he should to go to the three great holy land. Whether it is senjutsu or Sharingan, he need a huge chakra reserve, so the most important thing now is increasing his chakra reserve. For the moment, Kakashi thought so much. For the current Kakashi, his Sharingan still does more harm than good. By the time Kakashi has grown to a certain extent, Sharingan's ability will really come in handy. After reading the sword technique, Kakashi takes it. This technique is important to him. Turning around, Kakashi looked at the other corner, which was full of dust, but it was written with two words that made Kakashi happy. Sealing technique. After sweeping the dust off, he see 3 scrolls neatly placed on the bookcase. Kakashi picked up the first scroll and his pupil shrank. He exclaimed, 4 symbols seal. How is this possible? Kakashi is surprised. The 4 symbols seal, which is the seal of the Uzumaki clan, how could it appear here? Is Kakashi a descendant of the Uzumaki clan? Is its White Fang's wife that never appeared in original work? How come? If Kakashi is really a descendant of the Uzumaki clan, his chakra reserve should be huge. Even if it is restricted by Sharingan, it should not be like this. How can this be? Or maybe it is because that Kakashi does not inherit the Uzumaki clan's talent. Kakashi shook his head, and he is feeling confused for a moment. In original Kakashi's memory, he has never seen his mother, and his father never mentioned her. Is she really an Uzumaki? No one in the village has ever seen Kakashi's mother, not even 3rd Hokage. Kakashi only knows that when father was young, he went out to perform a mission. He was seriously injured and returned only a year later, and he bring baby Kakashi back with him. At that time, it seemed that Uzushiogakure was destroyed. Kakashi then thought, is this coincidence? For a time, it seems that there are thousands of thoughts floating in the Kakashi's mind. In the original work, after Kakashi died in the hands of pain, he met with father. He should be dead at that time. Otherwise, how could he resurrected by Nagato's outer path, samsara of heavenly life technique? Why his father's able talk to Kakashi after decades of death? This feeling, it is the same when Minato was sealing his chakra to Naruto. That's it. White Fang also seal his chakra on Kakashi. No, not chakra, it's soul. Kakashi was shocked and suddenly remembered that the final battle was a summoning of a group of dead strong shinobi. Except for Jiraiya because there is no corpse, and the Hokage's soul was sealed by the dead demon-consuming seal. If all strong shinobi is summoned, why was White Fang not included? Did Kabuto forget? That is unlikely. After all, the reputation of White Fang is better than Sannin. So the only explanation is that his father is likely to be sealed by a seal similar to the dead demon-consuming seal. Kabuto must have tried to summon him and failed. After meeting Kakashi, the seal of the White Fang soul was released. But Kabuto never make a second attempt, so White Fang didn't appeared. This may be why Kabuto did not summon White Fang. As for why the White Fang seals his soul on Kakashi, it is likely to give Kakashi a second life. Kakashi can only see White Fang when he dies. It doesn't make sense to meet at this time, unless the White Fang can make Kakashi resurrect. In the original work, the White Fang see Kakashi dead, calmly and slowly talk about a lot of thing until Kakashi resurrection. Then White Fang are not surprised. Obviously, he knows that there is resurrection, but did not expect that others have made this resurrection, but that around the light of Kakashi, White Fang know the light of resurrection. White Fang committed suicide. For young Kakashi, he will be somewhat uneasy. This is a normal idea for father. It is not impossible to use this seal to protect Kakashi's life. Kakashi's eyes shined, and many doubts seemed to be completely solved. The 4 symbols seal on scroll also made Kakashi feel a bit intimate. Taking a deep breath, Kakashi let himself to calm down as much as possible. Since there is a 4 symbols seal, naturally there is no need to worry about Sharingan's problems. Even the Kyuubi can be sealed, and how can it not seal a Sharingan? The 4 symbols seal is not the dead demon-consuming seal, and does not require soul sacrifice. In this way, his first step has been completed. It is impossible for a 4 symbols seal to be completed overnight. It needs to be studied slowly. Kakashi wrote down the 4 symbols seal and then destroyed it. The existence of this scroll is a big hidden danger. Kakashi can't explain it. If it is discovered by others, it will cause a big trouble. In the future, if Kakashi is found using the seal, he can say that it is Yondaime Hokage who teach him that, but this scroll seems to have decades of history and cannot be explained at all, so it can only be destroyed. Kakashi chose some lightning styles and left the basement. Lying in bed, Kakashi slowly sorted out his thoughts. The souls of the two are slowly merging. According to this speed, Kakashi estimates that it will take another month to complete the fusion. At that time, Kakashi's spiritual force will show an explosive growth. Although I suspect that I am a descendant of the Uzumaki clan, I do not have the kind of chakra that is against the sky. There is still a big doubt about this speculation, Kakashi thought. A woman who can get White Fang to fall in love is not necessarily an ordinary woman. Kakashi can only put aside his own identity for now. He still have to find ways to increase his chakra reserve. In terms of spiritual force, Kakashi can only let it. As time goes by, his spiritual force will naturally grow. Now the integration of soul makes Kakashi's spiritual force grow faster, so he don't need to worry about it for the time being. The rest is the quality of the body. Chakra is a fusion of energy in his body and spiritual force, so what can be improved now is the quality of the body. In terms of the quality of the body, he knows that no one can compare with Guy, who has opened 8 doors in the later period. Even when he almost never uses chakra, Guy is still one of the best shinobi in Naruto world. He got stronger because of his talent to never giving up. If he can practice taijutsu with Guy, he will definitely improve. After that he decides that tomorrow he will start practice taijutsu with Guy. In the relationship between Kakashi and Guy, this is no difficulty. Maybe Guy will compete with Kakashi for more training. With two people training together, the effect is often much better than the practice alone. The reason is very simple, because if there is two people, they will usually never want to be left behind. So they will try to overcome the limit. Especially with Guy and Kakashi, they are best friend but also rival. It was just dawn, but Kakashi had already got up. With black clothes, the headband covers the left eye, and the black mask covers his handsome face. Looking at the white sword at the bedside, Kakashi thought about it. The White Fang sword broke in the Battle of the Kanabi Bridge, but Kakashi never fix it. The reborn Kakashi is not used to using short sword. He needs the sword to be a long sword, because Hatake clan sword technique can also be used with a long sword. In the future, I need to go to the land of craftsmen to fix or recreate the white sword. The white short sword is also made of metal that can conduct chakra. Kakashi got up and walked towards Guy's home. When Kakashi walked to Guy's door, the door just opened. Guy saw Kakashi, obviously stunned. Usually Kakashi are hiding from him, but today he actually took the initiative to go to his home? Although I don't know why, Guy is still very enthusiastic. Hey, Kakashi, you got up so early. Sure enough it's youth. I have to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow, said Guy as he clenched the fist, his eyes filled with passionate flame. Kakashi speechless after seeing this, although he has seen it from anime before, it still makes him speechless. Guy. Let's practice today. Hey, Kakashi, you actually took the initiative to find me practice. This is the enthusiasm of youth, come on. Let's first try to run the 200 circle around the village. After Guy finished, he didn't wait for Kakashi to answer and he started running by himself. Kakashi is helpless, but since it is to practice with Guy, there is no reason to refuse it. Guy run very fast, but Kakashi did not go slow either. The two started the morning run around the outskirts of Konoha village. Hey, Kakashi, why are you so slow? If it is like this, I will win. Ah, I won't lose to you, Guy, Kakashi said, and he quickly followed Guy's footsteps, and the two went hand in hand. Is this Kakashi's strength? I can't lose, this is youth, said Guy as he speeded up again. Kakashi is not willing to lose, so he started going faster too. After 2 hours, Kakashi and Guy stopped at the 7th training ground. Kakashi was sweating all over, and he felt really tired. Although Guy is also sweating, he can still stand up. Ha, ha, you are really my rival Kakashi, even at the morning training, we are tie. Then let's do 1000 push-ups together. Guy gasped and finished, and did not stop for a moment, then he start push-up on the ground. Kakashi's couldn't help but smiled wryly and thought, Guy's energy is really terrifying. I am afraid that this kind of training is the thing that can make Guy open the 8th gate and be able to fight against Madara with 6-path power. 8th gate at the expense of life, that kind of power, is kind of scary. Even with such thought, Kakashi didn't stop. Although his body was already felt very heavy, he still kept pressing his own stamina. At this time, Kakashi has already been surpassed by Guy in taijutsu. The 2 years of ruin have made Kakashi's strength progress slowly. At this time, it is necessary to make up for it. Formidable's body quality can make a huge chakra reserve, so no matter how tired he is, Kakashi must stick to it, otherwise, he will never get stronger. Since I came to this world, how could I not do something? With sweat continually ran down his cheeks, Kakashi's breathing became more and more haggard, and his body felt like it would explode. In order to achieve the best practice, Kakashi does not use chakra, but the simplest stamina exercise. Hey, Kakashi, you are so amazing, now I have to do 1,000 kicks, Guy snarled. Kakashi did not respond, and the Kakashi consciousness is gradually blurred because he tries to transcend the physical limit, but his body keeps doing push-ups at the same frequency. At this point, Kakashi seems to be in the feel that the chakra with his body constantly rushes into the muscle tissue, supplementing the consumption of stamina. After a long time, Kakashi finally exhausted and dropped down to the ground. Kakashi, what's wrong with you? Guy hurried forward and asked. At this point Kakashi has fainted because his stamina is running out. Kakashi, who was just possessed the body has not yet fully adapted to it and his soul has not been fully integrated. He still can't stand this kind of high-strength training, so after a while he faints. Guy saw that Kakashi still hasn't wake up, so he was in a hurry and had to carry Kakashi back to the hospital in Konoha. You guys are crazy. Even training needs to be regulated. Now you bring him to hospital after that training? Konoha Hospital, a old guy wearing doctor clothes is facing Guy. Let Kakashi take a break at the hospital. I will check to see if there are any other problems, the old man said to Guy, and told his assistant to bring Kakashi into the treatment room. Guy had to stay outside and wait for Kakashi to come out. At this time, Guy naturally has no mood to practice again. Kakashi groaned, finally woke up. Looking at the strange ceiling in front of him, Kakashi couldn't help but feel a little unresponsive, turned to look at all around, white sheets, half-open windows. Is this a hospital? Kakashi reacted and knew that he had fainted while practicing. With a bitter smile he thought, it's really bad, the first time practicing and I had to go to the hospital, it seems that I have not adapted to this body. At this time, the door opened. Hey, Kakashi, are you awake? How do you feel? Guy asked with concern. There is no problem, I just feels a little tired. Kakashi, what's wrong with you? How can you faint? I haven't moved for too long. Kakashi, I know that the death of the Yondaime Hokage-sama is a big blow to you, but you can't do this to yourself. You need to feel the youth. Guy held the fist and said excitedly. Hey, I know. Kakashi knows what the problem is, but he can't explain it to him. After all, he is because of the fusion of soul still not completed and that make him still not adapted to his new body. Kakashi, my eternal rival, next time we should train together again. Training with you make me feel excited. I will beat you. Guy's eyes exude youthful fight intent. I know, Guy. In the face of energetic Guy, Kakashi was helpless and felt that the body had recovered. Kakashi got out of bed and decided to go home. Kakashi, where are you going? Guy wondered. Of course going back home. The sky is already dark, I don't need to stay at the hospital. Well, if so let's go eat together, Guy said, his stomach sounded at the right time. Kakashi hearing this feel moved. He knows that Guy has waiting all this time for him to wake up without eating anything. Well, let's get some ramen then. At night, Kakashi, who had eaten dinner with Guy, returned to his house. Looking at the empty courtyard, Kakashi is feeling a little bit sad at the moment. The feeling of being alone was really not good. Kakashi picked up the short white sword and keep waving it under the moonlight. Sword technique is composed mainly with slashing, and other basic moves such as stabbing, cutting, blocking, etc. His Hatake clan sword technique is also inseparable from these basic moves. The bright moonlight shines on the white sword, the light flashes, and Kakashi still waving without stopping. What is the danger of this world? In another part of Konoha, in the dim light room, Sandaime are listening to Anbu's report. Oh? Kakashi is fainting today because of practicing with Guy? Yes, Hokage-sama. Okay, I understand. Anbu, hearing this, instantly disappeared from this place. Sandame then puffed his cigarette and said with emotion, Kakashi, it looks like the death of Yondaime really getting into you. Sandame then looks outside the window. He feel that the pressure on his shoulders was much bigger now. Sandame are very optimistic about Kakashi's future. In Kakashi's generation, only Kakashi has this kind of mind and temperament to support Konoha. At first, Sandame doesn't need to hurry things up. He doesn't bother thinking about it, but because of the death of Yondaime he feels the burden again even if he is old now. He needs to start looking for a new Hokage candidate. Kakashi is Yondaime's disciple. Whether it is strength, wisdom or temperament, he is the best choice to become the new Hokage. In the younger generation, no one can beat him. It's just that Kakashi's mentality has always been a big problem. The death of White Fang made Kakashi indifferent to his teammates. Later, because of Obito's reasons, this has been solved, but then the death of Obito and Rin made Kakashi depressed again. The darkness of Kakashi's heart is also growing, especially the death of White Fang. This has always been a thorn in Kakashi's heart. Yondaime had arranged for Kakashi to secretly protect the pregnant Kushina in order to let Kakashi witness the birth of a new life, thus changing the darkness of his heart. But, it seems after the death of Yondaime it has failed too. Sandame sighed and thought, Kakashi, don't let me down. Kakashi, who is practicing with his sword in his house, did not know the thoughts of Sandame. Right now Kakashi has a sense of urgency to increase strength. In this world, strength is something really important. He don't know how many times he have swung his sword. Kakashi is feeling numb and actually doing the subconscious. Silver-haired teenager, both eyes, red and black. The left eye is even scarred, with a black mask on his face, and under the mask, he is constantly breathing heavily. Not enough. Not enough. Kakashi roared. Suddenly, there was a rush of heat in the left eye and Kakashi screamed and dropped on the floor. Damn. Kakashi did not expect that this Sharingan would react when practicing. It seems I need to seal the Sharingan as soon as possible. Kakashi breathed a sigh of relief. After the pain in his left eye disappeared, Kakashi stood up and put the white sword back into the scabbard and walked back to his room. Kakashi sat quietly on the bed, constantly studying the four symbols seal in his mind. The complex and profound techniques are also unveiled under Kakashi constant research. In the following week, Kakashi followed Guy's taijutsu training during the day, practiced with his sword at night and studied the four symbols seal. Not only he now completely adapted to his new body, but his sword skill has also grown a lot. More importantly, he almost completely understands the four symbols seal. He understood it because of original Kakashi's talent is really high. Today Kakashi went out as usual, but at the moment of opening the door, an uninvited guest came. Hatake Kakashi, Hokage-sama has called you. The man wearing an animal mask said coldly. Understood. After the Anbu hearing this, with a flash he disappeared. Kakashi sighed and knew that today there is no chance to a practice. These days, practice has made Kakashi gradually fascinated by the feeling of increasing strength, especially the feeling of growing up stronger every day. That feeling is really fascinating. Nowadays, it is the golden time of body growth. If he trains harder, he will get stronger. Original Kakashi is doing too many missions, which makes him got no time to practice. Although he got a lot of experience about fighting and stealth, his strength has not made much progress. Now Kakashi is naturally taking the time to improve his strength. Because of Sandame calling for him, even if there is no problem, he is afraid that after meeting Sandame Guy's practice time will be over. Konoha experienced Kyuubi's attack. Not only Yondaime is dead. Even a lot of ordinary shinobi also died. The injured shinobi is even more numerous. So, there must be a lot of mission piling up. Because Sandame has only called him now, Kakashi felt a little surprised. It stands to reason that the day after the funeral, he should be sent out to execute mission, but he did not expect it to drag for a week. However, although Kakashi could not understand this, he was glad. If he was sent out to execute mission at the time, he is afraid that he will have trouble completing it. Now with Guy's help, Kakashi has mastered all the original body ability. Even if he needs to complete the mission, he won't have any trouble. After a few moments, Kakashi appeared in the office of the Hokage. "Hokage-sama," Kakashi said respectfully. "Oh Kakashi, you have arrived," Sandaime said kindly. "Okay Kakashi. Although I know that you are busy practicing recently, but the village is in need of manpower, so I can only trouble you to do a mission," Sandaime said with a slight apology. "It's okay Hokage-sama. This is the duty of shinobi. Can you let me know what kind of mission?" Kakashi asked with a hint of curiosity. After all, this is his first mission after coming to this world, and he still has some small expectations. Sandaime handed a scroll to Kakashi and said, "This is a rank mission. The content is written on the scroll. When you are ready, you should go today." "I understand," Kakashi said and took scroll. Sandaime looks at Kakashi's back, no one know what he is thinking about. Kakashi took the scroll and didn't go home immediately. Instead, he goes to Guy's home. At this time, Guy was still at the door. Seeing Kakashi came, he greeted enthusiastically. "Kakashi, today you are late, you are slacking even in this youth." "Sorry Guy, but just now Hokage-sama gave me a mission so we can't practice together during this time," Kakashi said with apologetic face. Guy is a bit disappointed. After all, it's better to practice with Kakashi than to practice alone. Practicing together is making them stronger faster. Even so, Guy said with enthusiasm, "Ah, it's okay Kakashi. The mission that Hokage-sama has personally gave you must be a difficult mission. I have to work hard too. Now I need to first run 100 times around Konoha." Kakashi faintly smiled when sees Guy running to train harder. The friendship between men, sometimes he does not need to say too much. Kakashi returned to his home, packed up his thing and then leave Konoha. Not far from outside of Konoha, Kakashi took the mission scroll out and looked at its content. Kakashi couldn't help but frowned. The land of snow? It is troublesome, that place is not safe. Kakashi puts aside the scroll and uses a small katon to burn it. After reading mission scroll, it's important to destroy it. This is shinobi's secret style and one of the basic rules. The mission at the land of snow is not difficult. The daimyo there found out that some people had tried to rebel, so he asked Konoha for help, but he did not ask to fight against these rebels, but to send his daughter from his country. But this mission is defined as a rank mission, which is naturally not as simple as that. When missions anticipated involving combat with other shinobi, it will be defined as a B-rank mission. But now, an A-rank mission will be a lot harder. Although the land of snow does not have a strong shinobi village, but there are some snow shinobi, they can be called strong too. The three people in the original Naruto movie are the best snow country shinobi. Although their chakra is not very good, their strength is still very strong. Especially their leader, Nadare Roga. In the original work, according to the description of the Nadare Roga, Kakashi was defeated by them, and fled with the princess to escape from Land of Snow. It can be seen that original Kakashi is not their opponent at that time. What to do, if this mission can't be completed? I am afraid that Sandaime and Konoha's image will become even worse. Kakashi was helpless at the moment. He just reborn for a week now and he has experienced this kind of fierce battle. This mission is really hard. Now even if you want to find someone to practice with, it is too late. This mission has time limit. The land of snow is not close, and he will need to take 4 days to arrive there. Forget it. I can only think about it as I go. The original Kakashi can go back alive. I don't believe that I can't. 4 days later, Kakashi finally reached the border of the Land of Snow. The Land of Snow is a small country, and it is snowing all year round, so it is called the Land of Snow. People here can't see sunlight for almost a year, and some places are just plain white. Kakashi wrapped thin clothes. After all, it was only in October, so Kakashi didn't wear much. Kakashi was wearing his Anbu clothes before, but now he need to change it so no one can identify him. After he wear ordinary person clothing, Kakashi walked into the Land of Snow. According to intelligence, the daimyo of the Land of Snow have found out his younger brother intentions, and a coup will be launched in the near future. The Land of Snow right now is still calm, and there is no sign of coup. So it seems that I still have a chance. Kakashi then go to an inn. Late at night, Kakashi wore a black cloth and secretly sneaked into the daimyo's mansion. The daimyo's mansion is very large, and Kakashi has spent a lot of effort to finally find the daimyo. Kakashi took out the portrait and confirmed that the person in front of him was this country's daimyo. Kakashi appeared in front of the daimyo. Daimyo seeing Kakashi then asked cautiously, "Who are you?" "It's okay, I am Shinobi of Konoha." At this time, Kakashi is wearing his Anbu mask, answered with his cold tone without any emotions. The daimyo sighed in relief. It's a good thing for the shinobi of Konoha to arrive now. "You are finally here, take my daughter with you. I hope that you can take her away from the land of snow and send it to a man named Mifune in the land of craftsmen. Please." Kakashi nodded then said, "Where is your daughter? Please follow me." Passing through some corridor, Kakashi is being led to the room of Koyuki Kazahana. "Koyuki, have you slept?" "Ah father, I hasn't slept yet. Is there anything you need?" Koyuki looks very happy. Maybe because her father is coming over. "Haha, so you haven't. Father is a bit busy recently, so I may not be able to take care of you. So I sent someone to send you to Mifune-san in the land of the craftsmen to play. How about it?" the daimyo said with a smile. Koyuki frowned and said, "Father, I don't want to go to the land of craftsmen. I want to be with you. I will try to not disturb you from your work." The daimyo are feeling helpless. If it is not because of the coup, he does not want his daughter to leave. But this time, he didn't have any other choice. His younger brother left the land of snow for several years. But now he suddenly came back and learned a strange ninjutsu. After that he seems to try to rebel. The only thing that can be done is sending her daughter away from here. As for why not look for shinobi to fight against the rebel? The reason is very simple. Shinobi has regulations that must not participate in political struggles in other countries. Right now it looks like political struggles between brothers. Konoha can't intervene either, or it will cause opposition from other ninja villages. If it was the former strong Konoha, these are naturally minor problems. But today Konoha is not as strong as before, especially since death of Yondaime Hokage. Konoha right now is in weak period. "Koyuki, you need to listen to me. When you come back, father will accompany you to have fun." "Can I play anything?" Koyuki looked with her big round eyes. "Yeah, as long as you listen to me. I remembered you saying you want to be an actor, right? Father will support you," daimyo said with a smile. "Really? Father is the best." "Not good." Kakashi suddenly felt alert. Someone came over, and it was an expert. "What's wrong?" Feng Hua said. "Daimyo-sama, someone came over, and it is an expert with killing intent." Daimyo complexion changed and said, "You need to go with Koyuki now." Turning his head and taking out a necklace from his pocket, he hung it on the neck of Koyuki and said, "Koyuki, this is hexagonal crystal. You need to wear it every time." Although Koyuki is young, but she also noticed something wrong at this time. "Father, what happened? What happened?" "Don't ask, go." Daimyo said that as he looks at Kakashi. Kakashi understood his intent, and then he grabs Koyuki and flies away from the room. Daimyo then a sigh of relief and revealed a smile. He said, "Koyuki is fine. Now let's see what you want to do, my younger brother, haha." Daimyo then slowly walked out of the door, when Dodo Kazahana comes over. "Oh Dodo? Why are you here so late? Still not sleeping? What are you going to do?" Daimyo seemed to know nothing, laughing and said to Dodo. "Haha, big brother. What am I going to do? You still don't know." Dodo smirked as if everything was in control. "Well, big brother, you are the daimyo for a long time. Your acting skills are getting more and more exquisite. I really admire you." "Haha. It's okay. If there is nothing else, I need to go." "Big brother, you don't need to fool me. Just give me the land of snow's treasure and I can assure you to be safe. If not, even your daughter is in danger." Daimyo frowned and said, "Dodo, I told you earlier, there is no treasure in the land of snow. Why don't you believe that Koyuki is innocent? Why should you involve her?" "Ha ha ha. Why? From when we are small, you can get whatever you want, and I can only take what you have left. Why? Why? Because you were born a few years earlier than me. I am not willing. I leave the land of snow, learning ninjutsu, suffering from hardships, just to come back and to get back what I deserve. Dodo, you, big brother, my dear big brother, you have no allies now. All these ministers have been loyal to me these days. You have nothing now. Oh, so I really am a failure. No one's loyal to me now. In the face of death, they don't have too many choices. Haha, okay then, are you here to take my life?" the daimyo said with a sad smile. "Hand over the hexagonal crystal." The daimyo said, "Hexagonal crystal? What do you want to do with hexagonal crystal? Of course it is the treasure of the land of snow. I do not understand what you are saying. Hey, it seems that you are playing dumb now. I should go now to find Koyuki, Dodo said with anger. What do you want to do with Koyuki? Nothing, you can die now. For that Konoha's shinobi. I have already let Nadare Roga to go to him. Do you think he can escape? Ha ha ha. You. Before he can say anything else, he felt blood from his neck. Goodbye big brother. Dodo said as he killed his own brother. At this moment, Kakashi ran wildly within the snow, and didn't stop even for a moment because Kakashi felt that someone was following him, and that his strength was extremely strong. He afraid that he won't be able to defeat the one that following him. Damn, this is not good. Right, I am carrying a person, my speed is slowed down and sooner or later I will be caught up. It seems there's only one way left. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. In an instant, another identical Kakashi appeared aside. Kakashi gave instruction to the clone and then the clone left him by bringing Koyuki away. The clone then vanished after moving a little far away. Kakashi right now is thinking about the countermeasures in his mind. As for why not let the clone stay, because Kakashi is not good at this kind of ninjutsu. The clone doesn't have much power, and it is only good for confusing the enemy. For a fight, it is just a waste of chakra. After a while, Nadare Roga has appeared in front of Kakashi. Oh? It turned out to be a little kid. It is really interesting. I didn't know that Konoha village has fallen to this point. Nadare Roga appeared in front of Kakashi while saying this. Damn. Looks like he really underestimated me. Kakashi secretly thought, but on the surface, he said nothing. After all, he is not Naruto. It is useless to say anything. In addition, without plot armor, more talking will make him killed. Seeing Kakashi stay silent, Nadare Roga continued. Little devil, just quickly handed over the little girl. I will respect Konoha village and let you go. Otherwise, I am afraid you will die here. Nadare Roga seems to look down on the village of Konoha on the surface, but knows that no matter how low Konoha village falls, if he wants to kill Kakashi, it is still a not simple matter. If it is not necessary, Nadare Roga does not want to fight against Konoha's shinobi. The most important thing for shinobi is to complete his mission. This is the first sentence that Kakashi said when he was against the enemy. He doesn't know why this sentence suddenly popped up, but it just felt so natural. At the same time, Kakashi started to attack Nadare Roga. Roga is obviously an experienced veteran. In the face of Kakashi's assault, he is not panicking at all when dodging and blocking. Kakashi feels cold. From the action that has just now, Kakashi knows that Nadare Roga's taijutsu is above himself. This is not a good sign. Since you are courting death, then I won't hold back. Seeing that Kakashi attack him, Nadare Roga is not a person who is willing to just stay silent, so he makes some hand seals. Hyeten, ice release, one-horned white whale. Kakashi then saw a huge white whale suddenly flashing from the ground, broke through the soil, and rushed directly under his feet. Kakashi was shocked. He didn't expect it to be so huge.
Despite the chaos, the original Kakashi combat experience came to his mind at this moment, and his body jumped up, inserting the broken sword back into the scabbard, and then he make hand seals.
Chidori. The blue arc is very noticeable on this dark night, and lighting chakra appears to be terrifying. At this time, Kakashi seems to be holding the power of lighting, and with an imposing manner he's going down from the air with gravity. The blue arc crossed the beautiful trajectory in mid-air and collided with the huge white whale. The huge collision made the white whale broken into countless pieces, and Nadare Roga feel the blast of the explosion. Under the terrifying power of the Chidori, the one-horned white whale became a piece of ice. Nadare Roga was a little shocked looking at the scene in front of him. At this moment, he understood why Kakashi was sent out to perform this mission. Little devil, you are very capable. But with that kind of attack, your young body won't be able to use it continuously. I am afraid that the limit can be used twice, right? Kakashi gasped slightly, and the Chidori did make Kakashi lose a lot of chakra. Plus Kakashi has used a shadow clone. Right now he is almost out of chakra. In the face of such experienced Jonin, Kakashi did not intend to defeat him from the beginning. As long as he delayed enough time to retreat, it is his win. With the clone away, plus the time he just delayed, it should have almost escaped from the capital of the land of the snow. In this case, he do not have to worry about Nadare Roga to catch up. At this time, Kakashi is ready to retreat. After all, he's almost out of chakra. Kakashi doesn't think he can do it. Because whether it is combat experience or chakra's reserve, NARUTO exceed him. However, if he going straight, Kakashi can be sure that NARUTO will definitely catch up with him, and then it will turn into the infinite loop of cat and mouse game. And with his own situation at this time, he must run away from NARUTO. Therefore, Kakashi must create a gap, so that NARUTO does not know where the direction he has escaped, and only then, Kakashi can successfully retreat. In the 9th article of the Shinobi Code, when you meet your opponent you can't defeat, you can choose to retreat. With this thought then Kakashi said, "You can give it a try. How many times can I use this trick?" Since he wants to retreat, it is natural to first bluff against the opponent. "It seems there's only one way to find out," NARUTO said. Kakashi then make hand seals and use Kaiten Great Fireball. "You are so stupid, to actually use Kaiten in the snow." NARUTO sneer, at the same time making some hand seals he shouted, "Stupid guy, go to hell. Ice release, Wolf Fang avalanche technique." The snow wolf, which was directly formed by a dozen white snows, appeared instantly, and swallows the fireball that Kakashi make, and the remaining snow wolf rushed to Kakashi. Looking at Kakashi, he already opens his forehead protector, revealing the scarlet Sharingan, making some hand seals the same that NARUTO. Ice release. Wolf Fang avalanche technique. The same words are spoken by two different people, but the feelings are completely different. This is Sharingan. NARUTO was shocked. The exact snow wolf appeared, but Kakashi's snow wolf is obviously weaker, but fireball technique offsets this, so the two are almost same in power now. For a time, the two ninjutsu clashing set off a large piece of snow, and NARUTO could not see where Kakashi was gone to. NARUTO did not dare to rush into the snow, and was deeply afraid of the calculation of Kakashi. After all, his snow release just gets copied by Sharingan. But after a while, the snow dissipated, the snow wolf is destroyed, and Kakashi has already escaped. NARUTO coldly snorted and said, "Do you think you can run away?" With chakra under his feet, NARUTO start running. The target is Kakashi who just left. Kakashi's speed is very fast, and NARUTO wasn't slow too, but there's always a certain distance between them. It will take 5 minutes before NARUTO catches up with Kakashi. Suddenly, NARUTO felt something's wrong. In an instant he accelerated, and after arriving near Kakashi, he attacked Kakashi's head. With a bang, Kakashi turned into a smoke and disappeared. NARUTO stopped, and said hatefully, "Damn, it is just a clone." Shortly after NARUTO left, a person came out of the snow. It was Kakashi. Just when Kakashi unleashed his ninjutsu, he uses the shadow clone first, and then used the earth-style dig under the ground, completely hiding himself. After the smoke and the dust are dissipated, the clone then runs away to escapes like a real body. NARUTO did not think much about it and immediately chased it up, and then Kakashi came out from the ground after NARUTO left. Kakashi looks at the direction of NARUTO and mutter, "That clone won't be able to fool this guy for long, I need to get away first." Kakashi then looks at the ground that full of snow, if he runs he would leave footprints. After thinking about it, Kakashi makes 2 more shadow clone with only a few chakras left, and move towards different directions. This time, there's not a lot of chakras in the clone so it is estimated that they will disappear automatically after 5 minutes. Kakashi no longer hesitated after this and then he got up and left. Soon after, there was a message from Kakashi's mind that the clone that was used to lure NARUTO had been killed. Kakashi sees this memory and then run faster. When NARUTO returned to its original place, it had already been 10 minutes. At the same time, he sees 3 exactly same footprints but it's running in different direction. Damn, I got fooled by that little devil. Damn, how should I tell Goto-sama about this? NARUTO feels really angry but there is nothing he can do. He doesn't have shadow clone technique, so he can't chases after the 3 directions. "Don't let me see you again little devil, or I will destroy you." After NARUTO thinks about it, he could only returns to the land of snow's capital, ready to accept the scolding from Doto Kazuhana. NARUTO is not worried about if Doto Kazuhana will try to kill him. After all, Doto Kazuhana still needs his help. After escaping, Kakashi soon found Koyuki, and the previous clone had already disappeared because of the exhaustion of chakra. Before the clone disappeared, he arranges Koyuki in a cave. This cave is well hidden, so he doesn't have to worry about being discovered. After Kakashi came, there was already a fire that started by his clone. The weather was so cold. If there was no fire, he afraid that Koyuki will be frozen by the weather. Kakashi sees Koyuki asleep and he did not intend to wake up her. So he sits down and tries to recover his almost empty chakra reserve. He uses 4 shadows and a lot of other ninjutsu. Although the amount of chakra is not much, but the accumulated consumption is still very large. Fortunately, the integration of the original Kakashi's soul has been better than first time he came to this world. So now he got more chakra. 4 shadow clones, 1 Chidori, 1 earth style, and 1 Sharingan copied ninjutsu almost cost all of Kakashi's chakra reserve. Kakashi couldn't help but smile. His chakra reserve is really not much. After half an hour, Kakashi finally recovers a little. At this time, it was already 2 or 3 in the morning, and Kakashi did not plan to go out anymore. He took out the dry food he carried with him and ate it. Although there is such a thing as nutrition, it is not good for his body to eat too much of it. If it is not necessary, Kakashi will not eat this kind of thing. His body is his most important asset, not to mention his body right now is in golden time for development. After eating, Kakashi took a nap for a while. 3 days later, a silver-haired teenager in black clothes appeared in the land of craftsmen with a 7-year-old girl in pink kimono. These 2 people are Kakashi and Koyuki Kazahana. Kakashi ni-san, are we looking for Mifune-san here? Koyuki asked curiously. On the road, Kakashi relied on his previous life experience to deal with Koyuki. Because of that now she temporarily forgot the sadness of losing father. Otherwise, facing the crying Koyuki, Kakashi doesn't know what to do. Yes, Koyuki, Mifune-san should be here. Let's go eat something first and then we can go to ask people about his location, Kakashi said. Okay, Kakashi ni-san, Koyuki said very obediently. Kakashi doesn't know who is Mifune that Koyuki's father talking about, but as long as they ask people, they will be able to find him in this place. Looking for a restaurant, Kakashi sat down with Koyuki, ordered some food, and then he asked the store owner. Owner-san, do you know where Mifune-san's house is? The man was obviously stunned and then looked at Kakashi for a few times. At this time, Kakashi did not wear his headband, but he still put white sword on his back. The store seems to know who is he talking about then said, are you looking for the samurai? You are also carrying a sword, so you must come to learn about the sword? Mifune-san's house is at the end of this street, just turn left after that. It's easy to recognize it, because Mifune-san's doorway has a lot of samurai sword drawings. Thank you then. Kakashi thanked him. As for the misunderstanding of the store owner, Kakashi didn't want to clarify it. Maybe it would be safer to misunderstand. No one would think that he is shinobi who is doing mission. You're welcome, Mifune-san is very good person, so good luck, the store owner said happily. Kakashi nodded, thank you. The store owner did not continue to talk with him. After all, the staff in the store was insufficient and it was time when the store is busy. Kakashi said to Koyuki, Koyuki, after we have finished eating, we will go to Mifune-san. Koyuki looked sad but still agreed with him. Kakashi did not care. Then they go to Mifune's house. Excuse me, is Mifune-san at home? Kakashi knocked on the door full of samurai sword drawings and asked softly. Soon, the door opened by a middle-aged man. He didn't look burly, but both of his hands seemed very powerful. He is obviously a sword expert. Kakashi feels the dangerous aura from that man. But at this time Kakashi is shocked, his face seemed familiar. Mifune? Yes, he is Mifune who is the leader of samurai at the Land of Iron. Why is he in the Land of Craftsmen? Kakashi right now is full of question, but he doesn't say anything. The man looks at Kakashi with some doubts and said, are you looking for me? Kakashi said, yes, I was asked by Land of Snow's daimyo to bring you his daughter Koyuki. Sosetsu? What happened to him? How could he let you bring Koyuki to me? Mifune is obviously shocked. At the same time he also recognized the little girl around Kakashi as the daughter of Sosetsu Kazahana. A few years ago, when Mifune went to the country of snow to Sosetsu Kazahana, he also saw Koyuki. I am sorry to tell you that the younger brother of the daimyo tries to rebel. I am afraid that the daimyo is all ready, Kakashi said, but he did not continue. Obviously Mifune have understood what Kakashi is trying to say. Damn. Mifune said angrily. Koyuki is afraid, so she held Kakashi's hand because she feels a sense of security from doing this. When Mifune saw Koyuki, he calmed down his anger and said, "You can come in." Kakashi was also welcomed, so with Koyuki he follows Mifune into the house. With the character of Mifune, he should not try to hurt him or Koyuki. Kakashi thought this way. The story is end here. Now we will meet with another chapter. I hope you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe our channel.